Hello everyone. Just before starting recording this, I've decided that I'm going to put this on YouTube instead of Patreon like I was originally planning, because I just want more people to see this. But today, I'm starting a journey into LOONA, which may seem a little weird, because if you look at the wall behind me and stuff, you can see, Artemis poster, Lucemble poster, LOONA poster. So you might be able to deduct that I am already a LOONA fan, but I still just want to make videos going through their whole journey, because I have very, very many thoughts on it, probably even more so as someone who has already been a LOONA fan. I thought I could go back and just give all my thoughts on their journey from the beginning till now. Going to be going like one era at a time, starting with just when it was just HeeJin, then going to HeeJin, and so on and so forth. It'll be a little harder to figure out how to separate the videos later, but so I'll do it for now. But I just want to go back in time and put myself in the shoes of past me back in the beginning of 2019 when I became a LOONA fan, and talk about my thoughts on them now, and also what I was thinking back then, if I can remember it. And maybe this can be like a starting point for new LOONA viewers or something. Maybe I'll try and just introduce it as if it was a new group. So I think that'll be a good mix of both. So if you've never gotten all the way into LOONA, all the way back here, then maybe you can use this as a little guide. But LOONA just is the greatest work of art I've ever seen, pretty much. Like, their whole concept and pre-debut era was so interesting and artfully done. And I just want to go back then, go through all the music videos, talk about the lore I know, which isn't all that much, honestly, but talk about that, see if I can even figure out more than I know, even though I've watched a ton of lore videos. Like, see if I can come up with my own theories, and then go through LOONA TV as well. And then what I will do on Patreon is probably do like the actual full album reactions. So I'll do like music videos and stuff on here with the LOONA TV and anything else that's important, but I'll do any extra stuff, like, I don't know if I do Umana or something, like any bonus stuff like that would probably go on the Patreon. If you want to get even more out of it than just what's on YouTube, you can get a free first month to the Patreon if you use the link in the description. Then you can see if you like it and see if you want to keep going. You also have content from very many other groups, and also just subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future LOONA reactions. Also have, of course, reactions to their current stuff like Artemis and Eve, and Choose having a full album soon. Definitely gonna check that out. Then, of course, one more thing before we get into it, just to address the elephant in the room, and not Timothée. He's kind of like an elephant in the room, but I've tried to address him and get him out, but he always just shows back up in that corner. I don't know how to get rid of him. But about the boycott. Ooh, basically, as you all know, LOONA's company had some really, really messed up people do some very bad things and try and just completely ruin the lives and careers of their own members, just because kind of things didn't work out for them because of their own doings, trying to kick Chu out and everything. And I recognize that was really, really terrible. But, I'm kind of brave enough to go against the big swarms of people on Twitter and stuff that all think that even till this day you should not consume any old LOONA content. And I just don't think that actually makes any sense if you think about it. Like, the absolute most any of that would do would provide like a few cents to some people who are terrible, but they just don't have any power now. It's been a few years. They're not gonna sue the members nowadays. Like, it's over. It's not like they have jobs still, I'm sure. It's not like me watching a few LOONA videos is gonna give them the money to take back LOONA and just cause an apocalypse. I think it's a lot more important to just actually go back and appreciate all the magical art that was created back then, and not let it just be forgotten to time because people don't want to watch it anymore. Because again, LOONA is super, super cool. There's a lot of very, very valuable art there that I want to just forget. So I want to reignite that and be able to talk about it again, and I'm quite comfortable in that. So if you don't like it and you would rather just be a part of the boycott, then don't have to watch this. But I'm comfortable doing that, and I think it'll be a good thing. So yeah, also one more thing, I will be doing on Patreon also early episodes. So for now I'll do the HeeJin era, all the LOONA TVs and music videos from before HeeJin was revealed. But then the HeeJin episode, which will be next up, will be on the Patreon at the same time as this is uploaded onto YouTube, and I'll do that for all the future ones. Whenever I upload one here, there will be an extra one on the Patreon. So again, if you want to use the free link in the description. You can check that out. But with that all being said, let's just get into LOONA, the start of LOONA with the HeeJin era. Got 22 videos here, most of them very short, LOONA TVs of course, but starting with the very first video ever uploaded on the LOONA channel, which is LOONA's first member HeeJin Soul teaser. There are subtitles here? No. So imagine all the people that saw her face on these signs back then, had no idea about what this group was or where they were going to go. And in Korea, still after all this time, people still don't know about LOONA that much, but you know, worldwide, they went pretty crazy. There she is. So that's the first ever LOONA video. Now let me talk about that for 10 minutes before we get into anything else. I wonder how much yapping I'm actually going to do in these. This will probably be one of the shorter videos because HeeJin's era wasn't all that long, but I'm sure I'm going to get plenty to talk about in this. I guess no better way to start than just real quickly go into how I became a LOONA fan, and that was from hearing Love Forever and just like, I think some like K-pop game video where you like have to guess the music video, like that played, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I listened to that song and I was obsessed with it and kept replaying it, and then that was enough to just get me into LOONA. And then so much happened at once back then, I don't even remember most of it, but I do remember my first time watching all the LOONA TVs. That was all right before Butterfly was released, so I feel like most LOONA fans kind of became fans after Butterfly, but it was a month before Butterfly, January 19th, I think. From then on, my life was changed. I had no idea what was coming. I was certain at that point that Twice would be my favorite K-pop group forever because they were the first one. Then like half a year after I got into K-pop, found LOONA, and you know, I still to this day think they're like the most creative, interesting group that has ever been made, and just their whole pre-debut project and up to through like Butterfly and stuff is like the best work of art I've seen. So I wish I could have been back during this time, seeing it all start from the beginning. I wish, 10-year-old me, that's how old I was back then, would have been able to see that, but I'm happy with where I am now. So yeah, I'll have to figure out how I want to talk about this, just all about my own experiences or trying to put myself in the mind of someone seeing it for the first time. If you're new to LOONA, I'm sure there's not going to be many of you, but still I think it would be fun to think of it that way. It's a group where they have 12 members, releasing them one at a time. They all have their own special colors, animals, and lots of other things. HeeJin, starting it off, colors bright pink, animals a rabbit, and her city is Paris. So we'll get to see that. Here's the Paris teaser. And LOONA, of course, has a lot of lore. So all of these videos I gotta like be paying attention and see if I can understand the lore, because I've watched a lot of videos, but they're just so confusing. I don't remember any of it, and it's been years for most of the videos I watched. So see if I can form any theories from paying attention to these things. Like everything mattered from what I remember. Like even her name being in yellow here is like, oh, that's like HeeJin. Is that a connection to something? I don't know. So now, getting into the real start here with the debut, the first ever LOONA song, HeeJin's Solo. So they each have a solo and a B-side. This is Vivid. She also has a Vivid acoustic version that we'll check out. Let's go. World without color. That's how the lore starts out, I guess. I don't actually know what that means there. Je voudrais nettoyer. Il existe des outils là-bas. Okay, I looked it up. Apparently, that means I would like to clean. There are tools over there. Never looked that up before in my entire time of being a LOONA fan. It says subtitles for what she's saying. There are tools over there. so much color. Definitely a very attention-catching first single. I think that was a good choice to start off with this one. Yeah, I don't know how much lore hunting I can do with this, just with how much there is to focus in on, from the subtitles to every little detail going on in the music video. Maybe I'll come up with a real quick, completely probably meaningless theory after each one. Those four colors are the colors of the first four members. Never really thought of that before, but it's interesting. Just love the jazzy feel. These lyrics are all about, you know, bringing a colorful world to life, right? This bridge is just so iconic. I'm getting more colorful than it already was. And the color goes away. She's just left here. No cleaning with the tools that she mentioned in the beginning. She said she wanted to clean. There are tools over there. She does that, and I guess while she does it, she imagines this colorful world. I remember from, you know, watching theory videos back then, like, there's a theory that she was like the god creating this whole world. I don't know. Like, I don't know what theories have, like, real substance behind them from the ones that I remember watching back then. Or what? Like, if people in the comments know more about LOONA lore, definitely let me know. That's one thing I remember hearing about. And, you know, the video definitely seems like bringing a colorful world to life, and through the lyrics it's like that too. It's just interesting how it starts out black and white and then gets into all this bright color, but then even by the end gets even more colorful with all these weird effects. Even if I can click to it, even over the already colorful scenes, there's even more color added. And then it all kind of disappears at the end. I feel like these bridge lyrics might be significant. I wish for a new day, each day I wake up. Just going to the sound, like, oh my god. Yeah, LOONA has the best discography ever. They're absolutely amazing. My second favorite K-pop discography after Triple S. But this bridge is absolutely golden. I love it so much. Yeah, the lyrics. Don't want to become numb towards myself without the light. Like, the lyrics are wanting there to be lots of color. Then also you don't want to become numb towards herself without the light. There's a colorful side of her and a, side of her that doesn't have light. She doesn't want to become numb towards that part. What does it mean? I think from this first video, I don't have really theories about it, just because it's all so abstract and weird. Like, it's going to take a lot of pattern recognition from like all the future videos to be able to come up with more theories. But keep in mind the theory of her being like creating a universe or something, and from the stuff happening in the video, like just the kind of Alice in Wonderland feeling, obviously the rabbit and like going through these tiny doors and everything. The part that always sticks out to me is the part with she has a spider on her eye. Seems like an interesting random thing to throw in there. I don't know. For now, I'll just talk about my thoughts on this song and the video without going into lore mode yet. Save that for a future episode. But after listening to the song very, very many times, like so many LOONA songs are going to get such high ratings, I would give this one, I think it's a 94. It's very, very, very strong. It's like, I love comparing all the LOONA solos. Like, they're all so artistic and just, connected through lore maybe, but they're all just their own vibe. They're completely just incredible. All 12 of them are all masterpieces. So I love them. This definitely isn't my favorite LOONA solo, but it is incredible. Like, I don't even know if it's in my top half, but literally everyone is that good that even this one, which might not be in the top half, is a 94. So just incredible. And then, yeah, again, a great video to choose as the start of LOONA, because with all the color and everything, definitely catches your eye. I wonder how much attention was on this group right when they started. I think it wasn't all that much, but I think just the artistry and the concept of it got people definitely interested pretty quickly. I think I give the video a 9.5 out of 10. Like, you can feel like there's more to it than just the visuals and the color. Like, even if I don't know exactly what to make of it, I can feel that there's a deepness to the video, definitely. It's just so vibrant and cool and vivid. So yeah, let's move on. Then, last video before the LOONA TV start, have the Vivid Acoustic mix, which was her B-side. Everyone else got, well, not, I guess Vivi kind of had a remix as well, but everyone else other than her had, their own B-sides, but she just got an acoustic mix. Kind of a scam on her part, I feel like, or for her, not on her part. I feel like I haven't watched this video all that much because of it, but I think it's still nice to listen to. Here she is in Paris. Crazy that she was 16 back then, man. Like, HeeJin has always been such a hard-working person, like a great choice for the first member. I think Jae and Jung always picks great first members for his groups that really set a good tone for the whole group. She's always been so hardworking, so mature and stuff. It's just crazy to think about how young she actually was when this started. This reminds me, this is actually the only old LOONA album I have other than, I don't remember this part, other than Flip That.
Yes. Say oh my god yes. 칠해져 가득 날많은 색깔로. Oh my god yes. Say oh my goodness. 하루 종일 나 웃음이 나 가슴이 두근대도록. 많은 색깔로 채워줘 발전하죠. Something I like. Wish I could fly to another country just to film a little video like this for B-sides. It's just a acoustic mix of my title track and just fly to Paris just for that. Maybe Vivid was filmed there too. I don't actually remember. It's kind of funny, like so much budget behind this, even though
like I said, like I don't think this got that much attention right from the beginning. Just kind of built up attention because of how actually good it was. But it was such a bold move to put so much budget into just making this masterpiece when they didn't know if it would work out or not. But I'm so glad they took that risk because like, this is gorgeous. Again, like it only has 800k views, which you know isn't terrible, but for them literally flying to another country just for this is like wow. This video isn't even the whole song, I don't think. And teases to LOONA TV. Yeah, the acoustic version is nice. It does hit differently. Like it's not, I don't like it as much as the regular version, but you know, every LOONA song kind of just still hits, even if it's just a kind of bonus feeling thing like this. Just having it slow down like that increases the moodiness of it. Can kind of get more immersed in LOONA back then, which is always a good thing that they utilize very well. Suppose I'll give a rating for this too, just because I'm gonna be rating the rest of their solo B-sides and stuff, so don't want to just leave this one out. Like I would never really listen to this over the original, but still very nice. Like if I have to give it an objective rating, I mean probably still a 87 maybe, I don't know. It's still very good of course, but it's not something I'm gonna want to revisit more than the full version ever. But yeah, with that, now we finally get into LOONA TV, which is definitely what got me super invested, is watching these videos along with the LOONA TV. Just going through it like that. Amazing journey. So let's get into it. Starting with the very iconic first episode. She actually wasn't 16. Like her birthday hadn't even passed yet. So she was 15 years old. It's as old as Saw from Triple S's right now, which is really weird to think about because I think of her as a child. But then back when I was watching this, I was 12 years old, so she seemed older to me. But now, just thinking back, like, wow, yeah, she's actually super young here. Learning French.
중요하죠. 기본 표현. 아침 오후 bonjour, 저녁 bonsoir. 저 좀 잘하지 않아요? Je m'appelle HeeJin.
Je m'appelle HeeJin.
프랑스 사람들도 있는 거 아니죠?
안 돼요.
It's the most iconic moment in LOONA history. Not really. There's so many others, but it's just interesting them actually playing the voice of the cameraman there. Usually I'm used to K-pop stuff like that, just muting the voice of the person behind the camera, and then they just answer the questions and put in the subtitles. But it's interesting to actually hear his voice there. Like, I don't know what happened to all the people in this company becoming like the children of Satan, but I think there were definitely, at least in the beginning, like a lot of people working on it that were really just earnestly trying to make this really cool work of art. So, you know, obviously a very big shame that it all went so terribly, but it's just cool seeing, you know, the humble beginnings of just this cameraman / producer talking to her in the first episode. She panics so much. She's so smiley.
안녕. 지금 3시간 45분 뒤면은 내려요.
From Korea to Paris? Or from what? Surely it would be longer than that. Yeah, it would definitely be longer than that. From Korea to Paris. Those are far away. I wonder where like the connecting flight was or whatever.
역시 힘듭니다.
Here's the blurred out faces of another member. Or...
진짜 대박이에요. 어떻게? 진짜 저 지금 말이 안 나와요. 이게 말도 안 돼.
One thing I love about the LOONA TVs is just them always playing the songs in the background of it all the time. Like, there's rarely moments without it where it's like just basic background music. It's always playing the song. So, like, if this is your first time getting into LOONA, like, you get the songs really cemented in your head just from watching the LOONA TVs.
배고파 보이네.
어떻게 하셨어요? 이거 지금 속마음이 찍힌 카메라는 프랑스의 전통 과자.
Man, next year this will be 10 years old. It's just crazy to think of HeeJin now, like 9 years later. Feels like a lifetime, but also just yesterday for me. Like, so weird how much time has passed, and not even for me this much time has passed. It's only been coming up on 6 years or 7 years for me. But she's come so far.
맞아. 마카롱.
Again, like her being the first member. I'm gonna pause at every single episode of these and have something to say. Her being the first member is such a good choice because she's so hardworking and dedicated, but also combined with, you know, how smiley she is and just happy to be there, basically. She has enthusiasm as well as hard work. Like, this can be two different things, like dedication and enthusiasm, but she just has both, which makes it, you're just so hopeful for what's to come.
모두들 안녕. 내가 누구지 아니? 난 속 가장 빛나는 별. 어때 섹시하니? 아이들아야. 지금 저 가르마 바꿨어요. 원래 여기였었는데 지금 5대5로 됐어. 프랑스의 날씨는
Yeah, it
변덕이
is
심합니다.
nice weather.
이봐요. 또 변덕. 지금 햇빛 또 졌어요. 또 생겨. 이봐요. 장난 아니에요. 엄청 더웠다가 또
현진네?
바람 엄청 불고 막 이래요.
Yeah, back then there was, you know, a bunch of unrevealed trainees, and like, I don't know how many of them were there from the beginning, like which ones were decided to debut yet at this point. Like, you can kind of get clues to all this stuff, but I think there are quite a few members already that are kind of known to debut. Like, Hyunjin at this point, like, she knew she was gonna debut as the second member, but not all of them were yet, so I wonder how early all of them were decided.
저희는 지금 점심을 먹으러 왔습니다. 와. 진짜들 엄청 많네.
Wonder what country out of all the ones they went to has the best food.
다 맛있어요. 한국은 오프숄더, 오프숄더가 유행이죠. 오프숄더 저 처음 입어봐요.
Came to learn about the style of 2016 Korea. Great transition there. To sending the camera way down to see how terrified she is.
말이 날 지나갔어요.
I wonder if she's still that scared of it. That was extra short.
네, 끝났습니다. 나도 쫄았대. 이거 먹으면
That sounded like Yeoji. Was Yeoji in there for that?
액세서리가 많아요. 진주 귀걸이, 진주 목걸이와 초록색 반지. 너무 긴장했어.
Yeah, they definitely filmed the whole music video in Paris, but still, it's a lot of effort to go through.
아줌마로 변신을 했어. 짜잔. 이 옷을 입고 별명이 생겼어요. 희주머니. 희준마, 희주머니 두 개나 생겼습니다. 별명이. 예, 잘 어울리나요? 서럽다.
Her hair looks so thick there. With HeeJin, I was complimenting them always having the music in the background. HeeJin being the first is always going to be vivid, and you know, even her B-side is just the acoustic version, so it can get a little repetitive watching all these at the beginning. But still, very good song, so it's worth it.
그 노래 가사 중에 하얀 토끼라는 노래 가사가 있어서 진짜 저렇게 토끼 준비하신 것 같아요. 제가 이름
Did you
지어줬어요.
even know that it was her official animal back then? Did you know that she'd have an official animal in color? She's talking about they're like it just being there because it was in the lyrics. So maybe they hadn't decided on that yet.
희끼예요. 희진, 제 이름 희진과 토끼가 결합된 희끼.
So her explaining that like makes sense for people that don't know Korean, but I feel like if you know Korean, this could not be more easy to tell where that came from. But she still gives an explanation.
들어가면 안 되나요? 잘 키울 자신 있는데 저는.
Rabbit's probably dead now. Sorry,
어제
I'm gonna bring the cold hard truth, the reality to all these reactions. Ruin your childhoods. This actually was kind of my childhood. It's like all those videos, it's like the dark reality behind it. The dark reality behind this is that Rabbit's probably dead. I don't know how long rabbits live. Maybe it's not. Maybe he's living a very happy life. I hope it is, but
상이 됐는지 잠을 조금밖에 자지 못했지만 괜찮아요.
이진 아직 견딜만해?
네. 지금 아직 네 내일 아침까지도 계속 괜찮을 것 같아요.
it's all real sets too, man. Like how much budget must have went into this? Like I know, like I've seen that they had like the absolute by far most money spent on a K-pop pre-debut ever, but they have to build this whole set just for this music video, or did they reutilize something else? Because again, like I just can't believe how bold they were with spending all this money on this. I know, you know, BBC eventually ended up being broke, so I don't know if it even actually paid off for them getting enough money, but it paid off in bringing something beautiful to the world. That yellow outfit there is just so iconic. Again, my LOONA brain is like, oh, it's HeeJin and Cherry's colors. Okay, what does that mean? Is there some sort of lore there? Because the colors mean so much. I know they mean so much. I feel like I've been driven crazy by watching LOONA lore videos, but I haven't even retained the information. Like I don't remember most of the theories, but still my brain latches on to everything in the same way a crazed lunatic would. No pun intended, lunatic.
끝난 것 같은데? 고생하셨습니다.
There you do. Start of menu.
당장 24시간 촬영을 했네요. 정말 뜻깊은 시간이었습니다. 저는 오늘 이렇게 하고 등교를 해야 합니다. 학교 가야 돼요.
In Korea? Do they like go back to Korea for the ending of this part? But they're like filming in Paris. So is she going to school in Paris? I don't know how that works. How do you do school if you're overseas? I don't think, you know, Zoom was a common practice back then because obviously COVID had not happened. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just had the craziest realization that this, when this was released, was closer to the start of COVID than we are now. Oh my god. 5 years ago, since 2020, this was 4 years before it. It feels like a completely different time period than COVID. And COVID seems like it was so recent, but man, insane.
You know, I became a fan literally a year before COVID. But yeah, that's all for the HeeJin era. The next video is Hyunjin's teaser. So finish the first chapter of LOONA. First chapter of very many. Yeah, just skipping forward to the future. I am so grateful that they're back with Jae and Jung making amazing stuff, and that we get a music video like Icarus in 2025 after, you know, it's being HeeJin's first music video, which is just absolutely incredible and so artistic and amazing. All these years later, it's still going on. We're still getting it. Like, it was so tragic what happened to LOONA, but they aren't gone. Like, they're still doing incredible stuff. Icarus is better than Vivid. Icarus is better than any LOONA music video, in my opinion. I'm just so grateful for that. I wish we could have Lusemble back, but, you know, most of the members are still creating incredible art, and I just love it. So, yeah, very excited to get into Hyunjin's episode. I love HeeJin so much, but Hyunjin is even higher on my bias list in LOONA, and her solo is pretty good too, so very excited to get into that. Thank you for watching the start of this. I hope you'll go along with me for all the rest of them. Definitely leave down your thoughts and memories of when you first got into LOONA, and your thoughts on Vivid and start of LOONA and everything. Again, check out the Patreon if you want to see the next episode early. Free first month, link in the description if you want to check it out and see if you like it. And I'll see you in the next video.